Hello, everybody. We are here with Brigitte Fox, a member of Boris Lace Makers, to talk about Boris Lace this time. And I would like to ask Brigitte to tell us a little bit about their group and when did they start and what motivated you actually?
Well, lace making was originally introduced to Boris by Lady Harriet Kavanagh of Boris House during the Great Famine, as indeed many other laces were introduced. It was taught to local women as a means of providing an income to distressed families. It survived until the 1960s, though in a very limited way by then. And then in 2016, a lace workshop was held in Boris House, presented by an Australian lace maker, Mary Lowry. And following that workshop, a small group formed to spearhead a revival. And today, the group has about 25 members who are breathing new life into the local tradition.
So I understand you're mainly making Boris lace, so that's your type of lace. Can you explain to our viewers a little bit about the technique, how Boris lace is made? I see some beautiful samples behind you there.
Boris lace is a tape lace, so it's made with machine tape lace. You put the tape onto a pattern and then it's joined by various filling stitches, just using an ordinary sewing needle and cotton thread. And the designs can be either traditional, like some of those behind, or indeed there are new designs being developed all the time by the individual members. And motifs tend to be based on nature.
If I understand well, you have a support, a textile support where the pattern is, and you attach the tape to that support, and then the support comes off.
That's it, exactly, yes.
Okay. So I have a few samples for us, and I'm gonna now show a few of them. Just give me the chance to zoom in here. So these are a few, you can see the tape on the right side here. And what you need is a needle and a thread and some beautiful, beautiful examples. And I'll go and show a little bit more. In the meantime, can I ask you the next questions? What are the main activities that you support? I understand that you're meeting regularly. What do you do when you meet? And what other kinds of activities are you organizing?
Okay, well, we meet every Wednesday morning in a room that's attached to Boris Library. And these sessions provide an opportunity to learn and to improve our skills. And they also offer once-off classes. If a person comes in on an individual basis, they're given a starter kit and tuition from members of the group. And actually, at the moment, we're developing new starter kits, redesigning our starter kits. Then pre-COVID, we held dedicated beginner workshops at Boris House, and we hope to have a lot more of these in the future. It's great to have the support of Boris House and the Carlow Libraries. Exhibitions during COVID included a number of shop window displays. For example, we had Lockdown Lace, and we had an Easter exhibition entitled Expressions of Colour and Texture in Boris Lace. We support Heritage Week, August Craft Month. For example, last year we had Lace Queen Air at 4 venues in County Carlow. And other exhibitions include fringe events for Boris Writers Festival, Bagnallstown in Bloom, the National Ploughing Championships, the International Pan-Celtic Festival, which was held in Carlow last year, and the 50th anniversary will actually be next year, 2024. And since our foundation, we've made a number of presentations as well. For example, to St. Mullins Heritage Centre, because Lady Harriet is buried there, to Boris Lodge Nursing Home in honour of a past resident who was one of the last original Boris lace makers. And the last presentation piece was an end-of-life symbol in Boris lace, which was presented to the palliative care team at St. Luke's Hospital in Kilkenny.
Very, very interesting. So I understand if someone happens to be in the area on a Wednesday morning, they can pop in and they would be given a beginner's kit and a crash course in Boris Lace.
Exactly,
Sounds
exactly. They
fantastic.
can complete, which is the first piece that most people complete, a shamrock.
Excellent. And tell us about any projects you had or you're planning to. I stop on this slide because I recognize one of your projects here and you might want to talk about it.
Okay, well, we have had quite a number of projects and some of them have been very innovative. So, for example, in 2020, we cooperated with South Armagh Lace Collective in a project entitled Common Threads, Laces Across the Border, and each group made a wall hanging. Then we've been working with local artists Jules Michael and Ali Nolan, and we've engaged in a Boris Lace by Post project. And this was aimed during COVID at over 65s, including residents actually of Boris Lodge Nursing Home, learning Boris Lace techniques using packs received in the post. We've been working with Jules again in the school years 22 and 23 to organise classes in the primary schools, and the workshops have been based on Boris Lace designs. And these school programmes have been supported by Creative Ireland, Carlow, and Carlow Arts Department. And actually 23-24 will involve further classes, but this time with transition year students of the local secondary school. Then we've organised design classes for our own members, and this involves us enjoying creating new patterns and reinventing older ones. At the moment, we're engaged in a European project which will see displays of our lace in the Visual Arts Centre in Carlow in August, late August, early September, as part of an EU Craft Hub exhibition. And this project involved collaboration with the same artists, Ali and Jules, along with sculptor Michelle Byrne, the local men's shed, Boris Lodge Nursing Home, and a group in Italy, in Matera in Italy. Then, of course, we have individual members who involve themselves in various projects. For example, in 2021, the DCCI Collar, Cuffs and Ruffs exhibition. And then in 2022, one member coordinated with a milliner in a collaboration organised by the DCCI, Design and Crafts Council of Ireland. And we really welcome the support of the various funding organisations and indeed Mary Wilson of DCCI, who has been very beneficial to the group. And then in October or November, supported again by the DCCI, we'll be working with Nine Arch Consulting on developing a new 3-year plan and reviewing any of the policies that we have at the moment.
Excellent stuff. Are there any upcoming events that you would like to promote? What are you doing this year for Heritage Week? Because I had the chance to participate in one of your events last year in the Garden of Boris House, and it was fantastic.
Yes, well, this year we're calling it a Lunasa Lace Tour. And it's our contribution to both Heritage Week and to August Craft Month. And we're going to Bunclody Library on August the 16th. We'll be there from 12:30 until 2. And to the Arboretum Home and Garden Haven in Loughlin Bridge. And that's on August the 19th from 12 noon to 4 p.m. And we're also, of course, very eagerly looking forward to the EU Craft Hub exhibition in the Visual Arts Centre in late August and early September, where a number of crafts, not just from Carlow, but from Ireland and from various countries in Europe will be on display. So it's great that we'll be able to be a part of that and that we've been involved in a lot of activities leading up to this point as well.
Fantastic. I wanted, first of all, to share a slide where people can find you. So on Facebook, on Twitter,
Boris Lace, Twitter at Boris Lace, Instagram at Boris Lace Makers, and at any time one can email borislacemakers@gmail.com.
So if you want directions or more information, please email the group. So thank you very much, Brigitte, and we'll be in touch. Bye now.
Bye-bye. Thank you very much, Gabriella.